Are you a teenager? Are you a mom? Are you a teenage mom? Yes? Ugh, you disgust me. Now, but on a serious note, if you're a teenage mom, shout out to you, bro. You did your thing, you're still doing your thing, and I hope you keep doing your thing. Like, just keep on doing your thing, bro. I don't know how you do it, teenage moms. It's not for me. Honestly, I'm not a teenager. I'm almost 21.
Damn.
But I could not be a dad. I could even less be a mom. So shout out to you if you're a good mom, because whether you're a teenager or an adult, you can be a bad parent anyways. But enough yapping. Today we have, do all teenage moms think the same? Jubilee, shout out Jubilee. Everybody knows Jubilee. Shout out my Jubilees. And yeah, one thing to do. Wow.
What's up, good humans? Welcome to another episode. You guys requested this one a lot. Thank you, Yasmin and Rubio.
We hope you guys enjoy.
In Texas, it's abstinence, abstinence, abstinence. They told us in the health class just not to have sex. It's hard. I mean, every guy's nightmare is getting their girlfriend pregnant, and sometimes it comes true.
We invited 5 teen moms to see the range of their belief and values. Now, I know I'm not a mom. I mean, I'm not a woman, but I will try and, change the question, the perspective as if it was targeted to a man, and I would see if I will agree with it as well. Please, if you're watching this and you get offended by one of my answers, don't. Are they, like, all of them under the age of 18, or do they count 18 as... I considered an abortion. Ooh, I am. Drummer, please. I don't care. If you get an abortion, if you don't get an abortion, you do you. It's not my body. My body, my choice. Shout out your body, your choice. Do what you want, bro. Ooh. Now let's hear the reasons.
My first thought was like, I'll get an abortion, I'll go to Planned Parenthood. In the end, when it came down to it, I realized that I couldn't do that. I understand how other people need to make that choice, but yeah, I did totally consider it.
Okay.
I really had to think about the other women in my life that have had children. For me, the first thought that came to my mind was my mom.
Yeah.
She tried so hard to have a baby, and if I were to have an abortion after that, it's almost like disrespecting all the work she put in. And I was like, okay.
That's interesting. But does that mean that a part of why she's a mom now is just because her mom wanted to be a mom and, like she said, struggled? So I'm guessing that's not the only reason, but that's a major reason, right? I'm not sure if that's a good reason to be a parent.
Okay, I'm gonna have this baby, and then really it came down to, am I gonna do adoption or am I gonna be a mom?
I planned this pregnancy. A lot of people might think otherwise and just
planned.
She's just saying that
and she's 19.
she doesn't want people to think the baby was an accident. I can't choose for other people. You guys have your own choice, but there's so many ways you can prevent a pregnancy. You could have done it beforehand instead of once the baby's already in there and trying to kill off a heartbeat, because the baby has a heartbeat on his 4th week, and that's usually when everybody finds out they're pregnant. I don't have a choice for other people, so I mean, everybody has their own choice, but personally, I'm against it.
Okay.
I was educated on birth control methods before getting pregnant. 3, 2.
Well, I can't answer it. I mean, I wasn't, because I'm not for me. But I did see, I heard that was a couple months ago, the male birth control pill that's coming out. And apparently it does, like, it affects you less than the woman's one, which is kind of an L. But I mean, it's a W, but also an L. But yeah, would I take a male birth control? I think I would. No? Yeah. Why not?
The way it happened with me, I mean, I grew up in like a really
a lot of them were
Christian
not
household,
educated.
so like it was
okay.
always taught like abstinence, and like my parents didn't even know that like I was having sex. And I mean, I was using like condoms, but obviously I was naive that was gonna like work in the long run, which it doesn't. I mean, I knew that there were options out there, but it was something that was never like explained to me that I could get this so that I won't get pregnant.
I'm from Texas, and in Texas it's abstinence, abstinence, abstinence. They told us in the health class just
15.
not to have sex. And
Wow.
so I honestly didn't know pregnancy was so common. I thought
Oh
like
my
it just
god.
happened sometimes when you had sex. Sometimes you would get pregnant. I really do think that that should be very mandatory.
She gives me
in schools,
Tana
starting in,
Mongeau
like, middle school.
and
Yeah, I totally agree.
what's
I
her
live in
name?
the
What's her name?
mountains,
What's her
and
name? What's her name? What's her name? The UK girl that like got kidnapped but actually didn't get kidnapped. And Deji made a video called Saving a Friend or something like that. Ah, what's her name? Bro. But she gives you her vibes and Tana.
Really conservative up there. The schools are really small. I look at like
17,
my boyfriend's
okay.
little sister. She's gonna be 12, and some of the girls in her grade are having sex, and she's in 6th grade. The
I'm curious to
information
know
they're getting
how
in
old their
schools needs to
partners are.
adapt to where we are now in society, to where it's in the right grades, it's the appropriate information. They're talking about things like the implant that are somewhat new, and they really need to just kind of adapt it to where we are now.
Yeah, as teen moms, we need to take our kids and teach them everything they need to know from a young age. Like, I thought my mom was gonna be mad at me,
15,
so
damn.
we need to be open so they don't
That's
like
mad.
they're not like scared to come talk to us about something that's so normal.
What about the one on? Wow, I guess she didn't have much to say. Relationships change after you have a child. Yes, it changes for sure because you have to adjust. Not only do you have to adjust your own separate life, but you also then that makes you having to adjust your life together, since you had to adjust your life together to be together. You know, I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, I think it definitely changes. Doesn't have to change a lot, and doesn't have to change for like bad, but it does change, and it might just change for some time until the kid is like actually sleeps at night and lives a normal life. You know.
2, 1, go.
Yeah. Okay.
I used to be like super
I'll probably
outgoing
be
in like
in
high
agree.
school in my classes and stuff.
Not
Being
strongly,
pregnant
not
as like
someone.
a college student, like there's many times that I feel more timid to speak because I feel like people judge me more. And I mean, maybe that's something I just have to work on, but like definitely like my relationship with myself has changed a lot.
I bet you can all relate. Like, you meet your baby for the first time and it's like life just shifts. Like, almost the glasses of like naiveness and childhood just kind of come off, and you see the world from like that point of view. Like, you just created a life. I cried immediately for my mom and how badly I treated her as a teenager before I had my daughter. And I cried for my sister, how I treated them. Teachers, all of the things that we were given and I was entitled to. Now, after having a kid, it all changed.
That just changed my mind.
Changed.
The hardest person to tell for me when I got pregnant was my brother. We're twins. Right now, he's getting ready to go to prom. He's a senior in high school, and he's doing all this stuff that I'm missing out on. I wouldn't take it back for anything, but telling him was the hardest because we've always been so close. We've always been the same age. We've always had the same friends. Now that my daughter's here and she's 4 months old, you know, he comes home from work and he's like, oh, hey, and he asks me to like hold her and stuff, and it's really great and I love it. So relationships do change for the better also.
Did she leave school?
Yeah, I would say for sure, like my relationship with my mom has changed like drastically. Before I even got pregnant, like we were close, but like not in the sense that we shared like something like motherhood with each other. Because I think that just changes everything that we now see. What
Yeah,
our parents
I did not even think about relationships other than your partner. Yeah. That's a good point.
went through and what our moms went through and how they felt. My relationship, I feel, with my mom has like been really good because of my pregnancy. I mean,
I thought she was gonna say it changed bad because, you know, Christian upbringing. Maybe the parents would have been like, how can you do this? You disrespecting me. You doing this at a younger age. It's no good. I don't know what accent I'm making, bro. I don't know.
she's disappointed in me, but then she's just like excited now to become grandma and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
My baby's father is still involved in our lives.
Oh!
3,
Oh my god.
2, 1, go.
I don't want to laugh because it's not funny, bro. Oh my god. And it's the 15-year-old too. That freaking crazy, bro. That's actually at least if there were two, bro. Damn. I'm trying to hear her
With
out.
my husband, he's kind of
Oh no.
too
Husband.
involved. He's kind of like excluding me. Yeah, like I could barely grab my baby when he's around. He was planned, but before it all happened, he was my fiance. Well, I do come from a Hispanic family, and also the
I'm sure you got some
religion,
face,
and you
bro.
have to be married before having intercourse and having a kid. So we kept the baby a secret for 3 months, also to make sure he stuck before we told everybody. And we found out I was pregnant on a Wednesday, and I got married that Saturday.
What?
So he's really, really involved.
I'm guessing not a proper.
I just want to
just
ask you, would you have gotten
documents,
married
right?
if you weren't pregnant? Would you have gotten married that early, I should say, if you weren't pregnant?
We were planning to get married the month after.
Okay.
We were still gonna get married this young. It's just
Fair enough.
When I was
Young. Okay, before she starts getting married young, I'm watching this show called what's it called? It's Temptation Island on Netflix. I feel like you guys have seen the Montoya stuff on Twitter, right? It was a couple of weeks ago, maybe a couple of months, I don't remember, but the Montoya thing, that's Temptation Island, just the Spanish version. Now there's the US version on Netflix, and I think there's two of those couples that got married young or something, and it's like, bro, not to say it's not gonna work, but it's not gonna work, bro.
14, I got pregnant, and my boyfriend was 14 as well. And we had already broken up before I found out I was pregnant. So when I found out I was pregnant, his initial reaction was just like freaking out, get an abortion, even though you're 3 months along. And one of the first things he did was say I'm harassing him and blocked me. We got a paternity test. He decided that I was some type of slut after I found out I was pregnant, even though he was the only person I had ever been with. And after the paternity test, the court introduced visitation. She was 10 months old. She was 10 months old, and she finally got to meet her dad. And the visitation kept up for a while, but recently he's been getting into fights, and I mean, he hasn't seen her in a few months, and I don't know if I want him in her life. I don't think it's healthy for her. I'd rather do it alone than with him at this point.
Jesus! Oh my God. When you're 15, you got so much shit you gotta worry about. So much shit that doesn't matter, but you're still worrying about it, right? Bro, you got social media, you got school, you got friends, you got love, you got so much shit that's just all around. And then now you gotta add a baby in your life, and now a beat up dad. I mean, he's just 15, but still, he's just a beat up dad, right? Oh, bro, this is, oh my, when I was 15, where was I when I was 15? 15, I was in 8th grade, I think. To be fair, my 8th grade, best 8th grade ever. But to add a kid and some chick that is just useless, oh, I could, honestly, shout out to her, bro. Shout out to her. And she seems like she's maturing out, like, she's controlling her emotions. And it's just like, oh, you know what, bro? Like I said in the beginning, shout out to teenage moms, bro.
What you expect from a boyfriend, what you expect from a
As long
father,
as you're a good mom.
are totally different things. Totally
That's
different
mad.
things. And especially
But he's
since
just
men
15,
mature
bro.
way
Like, he
slower
doesn't know
than
better.
girls.
Yeah.
He's
100%.
stressed.
The fact that
Literally, the guy is stressed about everything I just said. It's okay. It's normal to be stressed. Even if you're my age, even in your 20s, you're still young. It's okay to be stressed. So imagine at 15, bro. Nah, I can't even be mad at him. I'm not even mad. He's young. I'm not even mad.
Breed them for 9 months
I'm just
and we're up late at
sorry
night,
for her.
whether we breastfeed or we bottle feed or whatever. We are just so inclined to these little human beings, and for guys, you really have to be there.
Ooh,
to do
I
that.
wonder if they're all
Sometimes they
breastfeeding.
don't
What?
want to be there.
Not
or
like
they
that.
can't.
It's just okay. Wait. I just forget my question.
Be there for that.
They want to milk the teenage years, especially since they are still teenagers. They're still kids, and they want to go party. They want to live their lives. So sometimes it's hard. I mean, every guy's nightmare is getting their girlfriend pregnant, and sometimes it comes true.
It does.
Other teens to have children. 3,
Oof.
2,
I no. There's no way that one of them says yes. There is no way one of them says yes. There is no way.
1, go.
Okay. Yeah, strongly disagree. Strongly,
I feel like
bro.
I wouldn't encourage them, not go up to the teen like, you should get pregnant. Hey, you should get pregnant. If that's their choice, that's their choice. If it could be prevented, if they feel like they're not ready, then...
No. That's their choice, okay. But I would personally tell them that I don't think it's a good idea. I wouldn't be like, okay, it's your choice. I have my own idea, but I'm going to keep it to myself. No way, bro. If you're watching this, you're a teenager, and you don't know if you want to get pregnant or not, I would strongly advise to not get pregnant. Now, if you do, deal with your own stuff, bro. But I'm strongly advising you not to. I don't think you're ready. No one's ready, but I think you're even less ready as a teenager.
Just don't, because I miss my sleep.
I think it's interesting to talk to you because you planned it.
Yeah, if someone came up to me, I wouldn't say yes or no. I would just be like, are you ready?
She's
And I would
19.
give
She
them
doesn't
so many
look like she's
scenarios of, do you
25.
have a job? Are you ready for it? Are you mentally prepared for it? Some
The
people are.
financials,
That's the funny
Yeah.
part. It's like everyone always thinks about the financials and they always think about, do you have a place and this and that. I'm like, I get it. Those are so incredibly huge, but like mentally,
state.
every parent that I've ever met, it's like, it's hard being a parent at any age.
Yeah.
So let alone figuring yourself out and then you're figuring out a little human being as well.
I think there's a huge difference between supporting teen moms and supporting teens to become moms. I think there's a big difference between that.
100%.
I
And
think
that's why
people
you
look
shouldn't
at it and they see,
have a
like,
kid when you're a
what
teenager.
I post on Instagram and the stuff I post on Instagram, the things that I post on Facebook.
The perfect version of it.
It's not what being a mom is actually like, because it's, it's cute little pictures of my daughter in dresses, stuff like that, and that's not what being a mom is like.
Having a baby changed my life for the better.
Ooh, wow, I cannot give an answer.
1, go.
I feel like you cannot say no, though. Can
It's
you?
no longer like I'm just doing this for myself. I mean, I can't compare to you guys yet because I don't have my baby yet, but like, I mean, it's as simple as getting up and going to my class.
Wait, do all of them have their baby already? I'm still so shocked about the 15-year-old. I just can't wrap my head around it. I just did not expect it.
But I have a whole new motivation to do something as simple as that and strive for my best, so.
The hard times became beautiful because at the end of every long cry that I had before her, I had her. And I had, our future to dream about. I'm over here going through some of the hardest things and she gave me a whole new perspective. So no, it didn't get easier, but she turned everything bad and good better. Okay, I want hugs from everybody.
We'll do a big
Bring it in.
Aww. Shout out teenage moms, bro.
I know it's annoying.
No, it's okay. Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Can you say hi? Look, where's the babies? She likes it. Huggy.
No. I'm not looking at you, bro. I'm not looking at you, bro. You have issues, bro. You have problems. I'm not. No.
Where's the babies?
No.
Honestly, I just love when we feature very, very different types of people and people that you would maybe never interact with or even.
I was just trying to get the video to 11 minutes, but we got it. What have we learned from this video? I could not be a teenage dad, even less a teenage mom. But if you're a teenage mom and you're a good mom, then shout out to you, because I know life must be beating you up every day. So shout out, let's give a round of applause to every teenage mom in the world that's doing well. Come on, bro. Come on. Shout out to you. And if you're also a teenage dad, shout out to you as well, bro. Shout out to you as well. Because, a lot of times we give props to moms respectfully and well deserved, but also, dads also do a lot. So shout out to teenage dads as well. Shout out to you guys. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and peace.